The Chrysler Neon is a car that we're seeing a lot of in Britain now and indeed all over Europe. No question about it, Chrysler mean business as far as selling cars in Europe are concerned. Here in Norway, they have their own cup for the very competitive Neon. This round, held at the Arctic Raceway, sees a full grid of cars. We're aboard with Nils Trunrud, accelerating away from the rolling start. And this is Petter Bodin, making his way up now into about fourth place. If he can stay on the inside, it might even be better as he comes out of here. Front wheel drive, a big battle up at the front. Tommy Darstad and Jarl Gasland, the men who are fighting it out. We're with Sten Erik Nilsson now, looking at the back of Nilsson's car. Back in the middle of the field. Bodin once again, losing a place there. And the car's very, very evenly matched indeed. Still a wide open race. Good traction round the long left-hander, but somebody managed to kick up the dust on the grass. And the battle at the front of the field, as always, very tense indeed, with number 4 snatching the position there. Sten Erik Nilsson. Looking at the back of his car now, the pressure on from behind. A moment there, takes number 6 out onto the grass. He collects it back together again, but is a spent force in the contest. Peter Bodin, however, can't get a gear. Some tight battles up at the front. And still these cars very evenly matched. Bodin, in the midst of this group, tries to make a place. This could take him up to 5th, and it does. Sten Erik Nilsson, meanwhile, gets a stop-go penalty as we go back aboard Bodin's car. On board with Jarl Gasland. And Gasland pressuring hard. Car number 6, very definitely a front runner. Bodin down the inside, trying conclusions with Gasland. On the next occasion, he tries too hard. Slides wide, gets a bit of contact from another car, and rolls onto the barrier and out of the race. The wheel makes its way lazily across the road, leaving other people to avoid it. And they do. Petter Bodin out of the car, perfectly all right. And let's see in replay from inside the car what happened. Well, the camera's in one piece and so's the driver, even if the car's a bit bent. And the Armco obviously did its job, showing off the strength of the Neon. The shot from another angle, and we can see he had a bit of help. I think the man who did it, in fact, would have been Jarl Gasland. We're with Sten Erik Nilsson now, on his way to the pits for the stop-go penalty. Out front, it's still 31. Tommy Darstad, who's now dominating the proceedings, with number 1 there, Henning Nyberg, coming up, while Kjetil Armhod relegated himself to the back of the field with this spin. In sympathy, another spin too, this time from number 55, Kjell Storadid. Nilsson out of the pits and back into the race. Now too far behind to be effective. Number 4, Nilsson, however, still pressuring on, with the battle up at the front, and Darstead managed to stay in front of Jarl Gasland. Svein Hagen between him and the leader. But Gasland about to put that right. Hagen, however, hanging on to his position. And Gasland not finding it as easy as he'd hoped to displace him. It was this challenge for the lead, however, that settled matters. Having got himself tucked in behind the leader as they came up to the right-hander, Gasland came through to snatch second place. So Darstedt the winner from Gasland and Hagen, but in the championship, Gasland now second, some 12 points behind Nilsson, and Darstedt up to third. Bregren too didn't finish well up, back in fifth today, just behind Joel Jolson. That's the top five in the Neon Championship in Norway.